Born in Oxford in 1157, Richard grew up surrounded by political intrigue, with a mother, Eleanor of Aquitaine, who was one of the most powerful women in Europe, and a father, Henry II, whose temper was legendary. Known as the Lionheart, Richard was tall, strong, and famously charismatic, with a temper as fiery as his reddish-blonde hair. He was the kind of king who inspired loyalty and fear in equal measure, and his presence on the battlefield was enough to rally armies and terrify his enemies. Richard lived for action: crusades, sieges, poetry, and music. He wasn't just a warrior, he was also a poet and a patron of the arts, writing songs and verses that are still studied today. His love for adventure and culture made him a legend in his own time. He led armies across Europe, fighting in the Holy Land during the Third Crusade, and earning a reputation as one of the greatest military leaders of his age. Yet despite being crowned King of England, Richard spent barely 6 months in his own kingdom. He was always on the move, chasing glory and adventure far from home. Richard's marriage to Berengaria of Navarre was distant and childless, no heirs and barely any time together. In fact, Berengaria is sometimes called the Forgotten Queen because she spent so little time with Richard the Lionheart, and their relationship was more political alliance than passionate romance. Instead, his closest bonds were with men, especially King Philip II of France. The two kings were inseparable for years, fighting side by side and sharing a friendship that was unusually intense for the time. Medieval chroniclers wrote about them sharing a bed, a detail sparking centuries of debate. Was Richard gay? The rumours didn't stop with Philip. Richard's lack of mistresses, his emotional bonds with male companions, and his acts of penance for sins of the flesh have fueled speculation for generations. The truth is, medieval society was very different from ours, and relationships between men could be deeply affectionate without being romantic. He was brave, passionate, and lived by his own rules, even if it meant scandal. Richard's willingness to defy expectations, both on the battlefield and in his personal life, set him apart from other kings of his era. In the end, Richard remains a queer icon for many, a mighty king whose legendary heart might have beat for more than just glory. History loves its secrets, and Richard is one of its juiciest. Whether he was a warrior, a lover, or simply a man ahead of his time, his legacy continues to inspire and intrigue, reminding us that even the mightiest kings can have mysteries that echo through the ages.